All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Kakudash. Double honor to the elders and apostles, a great millstone that taught us this truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect. All right, the Yakim and the Aquab scattered around the four corners of the planet Earth. All right, that have returned to the obedience of the scriptures through, faith in who the world inwardly calls Jesus Christ. All right, who we know as Yahweh Shai, man. All right, Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, and Yahweh Shai being the name of His only begotten Son. All right, and I'll entitle this lesson "Divine Retribution is Coming Upon Babylon the Great." All right, divine retribution is coming upon Babylon the Great. All right, and we're in the beginning phases of that right now. All right, we're in the beginning phases. All right, of America. All right, basically catching hell. All right, the scriptures speak about great miseries. All right, coming onto the planet Earth. All right, pursuant to Second Ezra, the 8th chapter and the 50th verse. All right, so a lot of misery, a lot of suffering. All right, is getting ready to take place here. All right, on the soils of America, and the reason for that is because of all the wickedness. All right, and all the manners of evil, that America has pushed not only onto its own citizens, but onto the inhabitants of the entire planet Earth. All right. So divine retribution, all right, is scriptural. All right. It is all throughout the scriptures. All right. And really that word retribution really just means, payback. All right. Recompense. So we'll start right there. Let's start off with that word. All right. I'm going to go to the online etymology dictionary. It says retribution. It says repayment. All right. Repayment, recompense. All right. From past participle stem, retribure, to hand back, to repay. All right. Re meaning back, and tribure meaning to assign or to allot. All right. And that made me think of the elder apostle Gabar. He always that he has the classic breakdown, if you will, of the word America, right? And when you go into the word and the meaning of the word America, it means bitter. All right, it means bitter, and these people here in America, they getting ready to taste that, man. They getting ready to taste the bitterness. All right, that the Most High Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai has prepared for them. All right. And we're in the beginning. We're in the very, very beginning of sorrows. All right. Things are about to get a way worse for these people. Okay. So let's start off with some precepts. All right. Just outlining this concept, right? Because it's a common misconception, okay, that the God of the Bible, all right, is, he's all love. All right. He's all hugs and kisses, handshakes and hugs, man. And that is far, that is far from the truth. All right. That's far from the truth. All right. And that really, you know, is an insult. All right. Because what it does is it puts the Lord, all right, in a box. All right. And it limits his power. The scriptures talk about how the Lord is omnipotent. Okay. He's all powerful. All right. And he creates good and he creates evil. Okay. Pursuing Isaiah 45:7. All right. So these things that are about to happen in America, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai wants all the credit. All right. He didn't shy away from the things he's getting ready to do on the planet Earth. The Lord ain't in the heavens, all right, grimacing and flinching, all right, at the judgment that he's bringing forth. Okay, the Lord is in the heavens, man. All right, laughing, man. Lord is in the heavens, you know, pleased. All right, but let's get some scriptures to prove that. Okay, this is Deuteronomy chapter 32, and I'm gonna start at verse 35. It says, "To me belongeth vengeance, All right. To me belongeth vengeance. All right. And let's get some of these words. Okay. There's the word vengeance, Niquam. All right. It says revenge, avenged. All right. Vengeance. Okay. When you get it, when you just Google the definition of the word, all right, it says punishment inflicted or retribution exacted for an injury or wrong. All right. And the tab is big, man. America, Babylon the Great, Esau, these heathen, all right, because really these heathen have stock in America too. All right, these heathen have a major role to play, in America, being what it is as well. All right, they have a whole hell of a lot to pay for. All right, primarily for touching the apple of the Lord's eye. All right, the Israelites, okay, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Even though, okay, the Lord is the one who, ultimately punished us. All right, He is the one, who put us in this predicament. All right, the scriptures talk about how the heathen, Esau, they took it too far, man. They took it too far. All right, but let's get a precept on that. All right, I believe it's in Zephaniah, the first chapter. All right, let me get this. This is Zechariah chapter 2 and verse 8. It says, "For thus saith the Lord of hosts, after the glory hath he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you. For he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of his eye." Let me click on this. Let me click on this. Right? And the nation of Israel is the apple of the Lord's eye. All right. The nation of Israel is really the only nation that the Lord gives a damn about, that the Lord actually cares about and loves. All right. And the scriptures talk about that. All right. But that wasn't the precept I wanted. This is the precept here. Um, this is Zechariah 1 and 15. It says, "And I am very displeased with the heathen that are at ease." Right? Because right now, all right, up to this point, the heathen, okay, Esau, all right, and then these other nations, all right, the Chinese, all right, the East Indian, right, even Ishmael, right, they all had a hand to play in our downfall. All right, Psalms 83 outlines that all these nations had a hand to play, all right, in subjugating, all right, and destroying you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and they've been chilling, they've been at ease, all right, for the most part. Okay, they've been living it up. All right, they haven't been going through the things that the nation of Israel has been going through. All right, but guess what? The Lord is a power of recompense and retribution. All right, and we're getting ready to see that on a major scale. Okay, this is Zechariah 1 and 15. It says, "And I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease, for I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction." All right. So let me go to my next precept. All right. Let's go to Romans 12. All right. This is Romans 12 and verse 19. It says, I'll start at verse 17. All right. It says, "Recompense to no man evil for evil, provide things honest in sight of all men." All right. So the Lord has commanded us not to take vengeance into our own hands, not to take recompense into our own hands. And that's what we've been doing. All right. We've been keeping it spiritual. All right. We've been pushing this word and we being patient. All right. But best believe, okay, when the men of the Lord are changed, all right, when the men of the Lord are changed and come back down from the heavens, all right, Best believe, all right, you heathen, starting with you, Esau, right? Y'all are gonna be dealt with. All right, y'all are gonna be dealt with, man. That's why the scriptures talk about, the elect being made that new sharp threshing instrument. All right, that new sharp threshing instrument. Okay, and a matter of fact, let's get that. Let's get that, and then we'll come back. This is Isaiah chapter 41 and verse 15. It says, "Behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument having teeth. Thou shalt thresh the mountains and beat them small, and shall make the hills as chaff." All right. And I want to get this word thresh in the Hebrew. All right. This is that word thresh. It says thought wash, or the wash is the root. It says to tread out, to thresh, to tread on, to trample on. All right. To trample or thresh, to break. All right. Because, really that it's a reference to, the agricultural process of threshing. Okay. Which is basically when you're separating, all right, the grain, okay, from the husk and from the chaff. All right, when you look up the definition, it says the process of separating grain from corn. All right. So again, all right, the other nations are getting ready to get trampled, man. All right, and really, this is all under the orders of Yahweh Shah, right? Because when you read Revelation, the 19th chapter, all right, starting about the 10th verse, the scriptures break down, all right, how the Lord is getting ready to basically conquer the entire planet Earth. All right, on a physical level. All right, all these nations, all right, the scriptures talk about how, they're going to beat their swords into plowshares. All right, that's going to be an actual process that's facilitated, all right, in the physical, on the planet Earth, through the elect. All right, we're going to have, the elect are going to have new bodies, they're going to have spiritual powers, and we're going to have a backing, all right, of the chariots of heaven. We're going to have superior military capabilities, man. That's what the scriptures have prescribed. All right. And all this is, to put everything back in its proper place. All right. And back into its proper order. Okay. So let's go back to Romans 12. This is Romans chapter 12 and verse 18. It says, "If it be so, as much as lieth in you, live peaceably with all men." All right. And that takes faith. That takes faith, and that takes patience. Because if you lack one of those things, you're gonna bug out on this side, and you're gonna end up doing some dumb shit. You're gonna end up doing something that you don't need to be doing, because ultimately, at the end of the day, the judgment belongs to the Most High. The judgment belongs to Yahweh Shah. All right, He is the one, you know, who wants to really carry all this out. But He's gonna, give the elect the privilege of, you know, He's gonna delegate tasks to the elect. All right, because He's just that, great. He's gonna allow us to partake, in the kingdom, and part of it, partaking in the kingdom is partaking in the establishing of the kingdom, which is the beating these nations, trampling these nations, man. Okay, but this is Romans 12 and 19. It says, "Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath." Right, and that's what we do. We turn the other cheek and we let these people have it, because we know what's coming. We know what's coming. These people are getting ready to suffer, man. All right, so anything you could even do in the flesh, it's not sufficient to the judgment that the Most High, Yahweh Shem Shai, already has prepared. All right, you can't make somebody suffer more than, a famine. Right, you can beat somebody's ass, but guess what? Making somebody die of famine is 1,000 times worse, man. All right, the Lord is getting ready to make people watch their children die of famine, and then contemplate eating their children. They are gonna eat them. Okay, so the Lord has got this thing covered. All right, this is Romans 12 and 19. It says, "Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine. All right. The Lord said, I got it. Let me drive the boat. The Lord man. See these wacky tacky, antichrist Christians. All right, they really got you people thinking that the Lord is sweet, man. Y'all getting ready to find out. All right, it says, I will repay, say the Lord. I will repay. Okay. So if you are taking things into your own hands, really you getting in the way of Yahweh Shai. All right, and that's the last thing that anybody wants to do, man. If they're in their right mind. All right. So let me see. Let me go to let me see. That's pretty much it on that. I'll finish with this. Okay. This is Nahum. Get Nahum real quick. All right, let me get Nahum. This is Nahum chapter 1 in verse 2 and verse 3. It says, God is jealous and the Lord revengeth. All right. The Lord revengeth and is furious. Okay. And why don't we don't hear these, like when we were in the world, when we were going to church, right? In a black church, right? Or even in these other religions, they don't push the duality of the dual, nature of the Most High. All right. Yes, the Lord is merciful. Yes, the Lord is good. All right. But the Lord is a complete omnipotent power. All right. The Lord is perfectly balanced. All right. And there's a certain level of vengeance and wrath that the Lord is going to put on display. Okay. To balance everything back out, man. So let me read this again. It says, God is jealous and the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, revengeth. The Lord revengeth and is furious. The Lord will take vengeance on his adversaries, and he reserveth wrath for his enemies. All right. And when you reserve wrath, that means it's premeditated. It's already planned out. It's already thought out. Right. And the Lord is just waiting, man. He's licking his chops. All right. And that's why it's so important to fear the Lord. All right. The Lord can spare you for a certain amount of time just to get you comfortable, just for you to think that, you're going to get away with it, just to hit you with a nasty, all right, judgment, a bitter judgment at the very end. And that's what's coming to Babylon the Great. That's what's coming. All right. So Lord's willing, this was edifying. I just want to touch on that real quick. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Akakwadash. Shalom.